All right, and we're back. Thank you for watching. That's my outro. Wait. Okay, so today is the Silver Sword Glow. So we already got basically everything working. If you don't remember, don't worry about it. All I'm gonna be doing basically is, let me go ahead and pop up the chat as well. The Silver Sword Glow. So we okay, and we're back. So basically, right now it shoots out one single big, basically giant wave. And it's basically done. Yeah, it's basically done. I just gotta make sure that it makes the blade glow. So I'm gonna have to basically, where is it? So when I press 4, it fires out silver blade, basically. And yeah, basically it's working. I think I will make the trail longer though. Okay, so yeah, first off, let's go ahead and make the trail bigger on the item object ability storage. So yeah, wait, 4 of them. Oh, this is steel, silver slash, there we go. See, I mean, oh, what is it set for? Am I in the right thing? Silver slash. Yeah. You set lifetime to 2. That way I'll be able to see it, hopefully. And then, basically, I just gotta set it up so that it shows the blade. What's up? How's it going, bro? How's it going? Right now I'm just working on the ability system for my game right now. And so far what I've got basically is this. So, I can pull out my little knife and then I can shoot out a giant wave of wave of energy or something. But yeah, here, so I'm inside the game. I press F to equip my blade, and I'll press 4, and then it shoots out a giant wave. Let's see. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. You'll notice it lasts a very long time, and that's because it just goes straight on. There's other ones that do a little bit different stuff. So like if I were to pull out the Steel Greatsword and I were to use its ability, it would shoot out 3 of them. And so this one lasts a lot shorter time because it shoots out 3. And so I just wanted to make it a little bit more balanced so that the steel sword wouldn't just be better. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I'm setting it up so that the knife will glow when its ability is used. Oh, sick. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Yes, sir. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be working on. It's going to be a lot of the code stuff, so that's going to be right over here. Basically, all I've got to do... Actually, I got to save that. But I'm going to have to go into the sword real quick, and then I'm going to have to work on it. Let's see. So yeah, we're on Silver Sword Tier 3. Dagger. And so basically how I usually do it is I control the... Actually... I'll have to probably do this on a different project, and then I'll paste it back over. So yeah, here we go. This is basically where I make most of my assets and everything. But yeah, so we're gonna be working on this. I'm just gonna pull it over here real quick. And then first thing I gotta do, I gotta get the colors correct. So let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and set both of these to neon real quick. And actually, maybe I'll set the guard number 3 to neon as well. What else could I set? I think that'll be it. Yeah, so these will all be neon. And I just need to set the colors on everything. So, color, let's see. I want it to be a little darker maybe, so let's see. Actually, maybe I'll make the inner one a little bit darker. So I mean, something like this should work. And it doesn't look that good right now, but that's because my settings are off. So if I go to my studio settings and I set my render quality or video quality, then you'll see it looks a little bit better. Yeah, maybe that one doesn't look super good though. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think what I'll do instead is I'll set them all to the same color. And then I'm probably gonna reuse some of my effects over here. So if I come over here, I can probably throw in some of these and then just recolor them. And I don't think I'll do a trail. I'll just do kind of those effects and then throw them inside here. So inside blade number 1, I'll paste it in. And let's see. Yeah, basically I'll just be setting the color sequence on this thing. Whoops. There we go. Oh man. There we go. And so yeah, maybe I'll delete that point. And then we'll set it to white here, and then maybe it'll go a little darker, so like kind of like that. I think that looks alright. And the thing is, it's not going to be like this, because it's just going to be like a one shot, so it kind of glows like this for like half a second and then it just goes away. But I think I'll also throw these onto the guard as well, just because it's only spawning on the blade at the moment. And then for these ones, I'm going to set the emission rate to half, so 14 divided by 2. Oh, never mind. I'll just do like 7. Something like that should work. Perfect. So with that, I think that's everything. Yeah, I mean, and then, oh, I gotta set the color for this thing. So I'll set it to maybe like this color. Or actually, I'll just set it to pure white. Okay, there we go. And then we just gotta copy these. And then basically all I gotta do is I come back to the main game, and then I can start pasting them into the original. So I'm actually gonna have to duplicate these, and I think it's this one. Control D, and then I'll call it Glow Blade 1, and then Glow Blade 2, and then Glow Guard 1, or Glow Guard 3. And then I'm just gonna paste in copy, Control C, and then Control V, Control C, and Control V, and then we're just gonna recolor everything real quick. So it's neon, and then what was the color? I'm just gonna copy that. There we go, and that should be everything. I'm also gonna have to weld everything together. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this, and then I think this. And if I go to general, let's see. I think it's a Motor 60. There we go. So we gotta weld to the glow blades as well. And then we also need to set the transparency to 1 and cast shadow to false. There we go. So that's everything on there, I think. If I miss something, I'll come back and get it. But all I have to do now is ABF dot, let's see. Set up glow part. I think it's like this. And then main base part. So this is where I need the arguments basically. So I can probably remove all this though, because it's gonna be different named. So local glow blade 1, and then this is gonna be a mesh part equals glow blade 1, and then I can just probably paste it in 3 times, and then glow blade 2, and then glow guard 1, or glow guard 3 actually, and then I'm just gonna rename these 2. Nice. And now that we got all this, we can come over here and then we can just get the reference to the originals too. And I think it's just gonna be like this. Oops. Blade 2 and then guard 3. And then control, actually I think that's everything actually. Maybe I'll just tab everything over as well. And then yeah, all I gotta do here is do the main, so this is gonna be blade 1 and then glow blade 1 and then abf.ti_1. Okay, nice, and I think that's everything. And I can just do this for blade 2 and guard 3. Blade 2. There we go, and then let's see, what else do we have to do? Oh, I have to do sub glow light, and then we're gonna do it on the, we need a reference to the light as well, so that's usually on, I think I put on glow blade 1. There we go, and point light, I'm just gonna call it light real quick, and then everything is already called fire. So I can also emit all particles called fire. I'm just gonna copy this, and then right up here I'm gonna just throw it right here like this. Sub glow light, so yeah, basically oh, I need the reference, that's right, whoops. And oh yeah, I was gonna put it up here. So local light point light equals glow blade 1 dot light. Nice, there we go, and I can remove all this too. And then I don't need all this, or let's see. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm doing it inside of here. Yeah, I set it back to true there. So we're chilling on that. All we gotta do is get this, and so glow light, which is gonna be the light, comma, TI, and then brightness, which is gonna be, what do I have it set to? Brightness 4, so I'm gonna set this to 0, and then I'm gonna set this to 4. And then that should be the whole thing. Let's see if it works. So previously, the blade was just doing nothing, but now it should just glow to kind of white, and then it'll fade back to its normal kind of position. Oh crap, I gotta turn that off, let's see. And I think I forgot to hide some of the objects too, whoops. So real quick, I'm gonna disable those. So enabled equals false. And then also I think one of these, I might have forgot to set their transparency. No. Maybe I messed with the wrong item. Oh yeah, so this is supposed to be metal. Actually, blade 2, let me go to the previous version. I'm just gonna copy it from here. So yeah, I'm gonna copy this real quick and then paste it right here, and then I think that should be everything. this is neon. This one's not neon though. Oh, that's a problem. I'm gonna copy some values over. And then with these, transparency equals 1. What about with everything else? Is equal to 0. Okay, that should be everything. Alright, so everything looks to be going so far, and then press F, and then I press 4. It didn't emit, so I think maybe it's because I turned off the emission enabled. So maybe I just gotta set the rate to 0. And then maybe that should fix it. I'm not fully sure. Actually, I didn't notice it glowing either, so let's see. Maybe I should set this to a little higher too, so maybe I'll try like a 1. I'll try 1. I'm gonna also rename all these to fire. Maybe it's cause, yeah, I mean... And then... I'll set it back to enabled and then rate to 0. Perfect, so it's working. It's kind of fast though, so I want it to be slower. So I'm gonna spawn less fire, I think. So over here, instead of doing 5, I'm gonna do 3. And actually, I'm gonna do 4, and then I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna do it so. And then I'm gonna rename the ones over here to guard. Oh, but then, oh, should, wait, but that's only gonna do for particles, so it should be fine. And then if it's too fast, then I'm gonna set the time to a little bit slower. But I think this should be good. Yeah, I think that's a little too fast still. And one more thing I realized is that I'm using out, I think, for the between. So that might be why it's going out so fast. But I think I need to be using in. Let me double check that. Yeah, so this has to be in. I think it should be a little bit longer though, so I'll set it to like 1.3. I can always adjust it and then it'll just adjust for all my weapons in the future. Alright, let's see. So we got this thing and then we press 4. There we go. I think that's about good. I think that's good. So you can see the sword, the blade kind of glows and then it shoots out the little wave. Now this wave does a lot of damage too, so I can... Oh, and you can see these, what is this coming from actually? 4 packages. Disconnect. What is trying to disconnect? On line 45. I actually don't know what this is, so I'm gonna actually copy this real quick and I'll try and figure it out real quick. Uh, recursion. So I fired it this way. I think something's getting messed with in this direction. So let me try shooting it again. I think it's hitting something in the... maybe it's because I'm hitting an NPC. Let me try that real quick. And if that's the case, then I'll worry about later. We'll worry about it later. Let me clear the airs real quick and then let me try that again. Yeah, I think it's gone. There we go. And you might have noticed, when I shoot at a building, it starts to float a little. I should probably fix that. But I mean, at the same time, it's not that big of an issue right now. So maybe I'll just keep going. I think I'll just move on. I think that's the whole ability finished. I'll worry about like any errors later, so with that I can probably cross this off. And perfect. So this is done. I'll work on this later. Yeah, we're on platinum now. So the first ability shoots out 2 balls that attack towards the mouse. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. So I think I have a testing project. I made a video about this a long time ago, I think. But I'm gonna have to open it up because I don't even remember how to do this. So I'm gonna real quick. And I planned out something for this a long time ago. I kind of just forgot. It's gonna be here somewhere. I don't have. Oh, maybe it's this. I wonder if it's this. No, it's not this. Or is it? I don't know. What am I looking at? I don't even remember this. No, it's not this. Or is it? Is it? Let me try. This is the old project, I think. But let's see. No, this is like one of my first games, I think, ever. Shoot, okay. That's good to know, thank you. Let's see. Let me know if that's good. Let me know if that's better. But yeah, this is not the project. Let's see. Let me bring my mic closer a little bit too. I have it kind of like floating right now. There we go. But yeah, that's not it. Let's see. I think I have it on a different computer, dang it. Okay, so I'll have to do it manually. This is gonna be kind of weird. Let's see, how do I want to do this? So, first thing I have to do, we are working on platinum. Oh yes, good. Perfect, thank you very much, and thank you for letting me know as well, yeah. Because I was gonna go the whole stream without noticing that, so that's always good to know. But yeah, let's see. So I gotta make a new ability, so I'm gonna pull this out and then over here add ability 1. And basically all that does is it adds like a simple script over here. And so I can work from here. So print ability used. And so I'm just gonna make sure that it's working and everything. Oof. Oh, my laundry, no. I forgot to, dang it, I'll have to do it tomorrow. Alright, but yeah, let's see, so basically, crap, I gotta go craft one, because I don't have one of the things. So, oh yeah, basically, this is all the items in the game currently. You can attack with them, but they don't have abilities, is the thing. So right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm implementing all the abilities for the weapons. It's gonna take a while, and I'm about like 30% of the way done. But yeah. No problem, no problem. This is my first time watching your stream. I don't remember how I found your channel. No worries, bro. Thank you for dropping by. And feel free to like leave whenever you want, right? You don't have to feel like obligated to like stay or anything. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Thank you for dropping by. But yeah, let's see. So I gotta get a tier 1 first, and then tier 2. There we go. So we got the tier 2 real quick. And so basically what should happen is when I press 4 on my keyboard, it should print out the thing. Perfect. So you can see it printed the ability used. It didn't use any mana or anything because that's something I have to specify in the ability itself. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start working on it. So my plan was that I was going to have it shoot out basically 2 little balls that go towards the mouse position. And so to do that, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research because I kind of forgot how to do it, and I was planning on just pulling a script that I made a long time ago, but I don't think I have access to it anymore, so I'll have to figure it out myself. So one thing I do know is that, let's see, that's a ton of weapons, and I enjoy watching people make studies since it makes me feel more motivated. That's always good, bro. Thank you. Yes, sir. But yeah, it is a lot of weapons. That's also why it's been taking me a long time. But I mean, I've been saying this for a while, but I'm here for the long run, basically. Like, this is a long-term project, so I'm not gonna quit just because it's a lot of work. That's all I can say. But let's see. So I need, first of all, I need a new part that I can use as the effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that. So insert part. Oh, there we go. And I'm gonna call this the. And I'm gonna also control, or actually for now, I'm gonna make the size 2, 2, 2. And then let's see, so shape, I'm gonna make it a sphere. Oh, there we go. My spelling was horrible. I meant to say people who work on Roblox games also. No worries, bro. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, I make spelling mistakes all the time, so don't worry about it, bro. Yes, sir. But yeah, let's see. Control C, Control Shift V. Whoops. Perfect, that works, I guess. So then all I gotta do here is I'm gonna set the size to 3, 3, 3. There we go. And then I'm gonna put it in workspace. And then I'm gonna group these real quick. So Control G into a model, and this is gonna be a platinum orb. And then, so the outer one is gonna be a force field, I think, or material force field. And then the inner one will be neon. It's kind of like this, and then this is basically gonna fly towards enemies. I think I'll make the inside one a little bit bigger though. Let's see. So I'll try 2.5. I think that looks alright. And then, because the particles is probably gonna be what's gonna carry it, I'm gonna actually transfer it to my work project so I can start putting effects on it. Let's see, so I also need to make sure to add a hitbox, so I'm gonna add a new part. Actually, I can probably duplicate this one and then set its shape to. Actually, let me switch the music as well, real quick. Ba, 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 ba. Oof. da, 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 da. There we go. There we go. Okay. And actually one more thing I gotta do is... Okay. Where was I? There we go. So yeah, first thing, I think I gotta add a trail real quick as well. So one of the things is that, like with these ones, oh, actually I think I have the trail off or that. Yeah, maybe that's not a good example, but I think I need to add a trail. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attachments. And then the first one's gonna come over here. I'm gonna duplicate this, move it to this side. So I'm gonna call this one front, and I'm gonna call this one back. I'm gonna duplicate these and go into rotate mode and rotate it 90 degrees, and then I'm gonna call these ones right, or actually, so if this one's front, this one would be right, and then this one would be left. And then I take the right and left, I can duplicate those and then rotate them 90 degrees this way. And then this one's gonna be down, and this one's gonna be up. And so I'm gonna need 3 trails. I'm gonna call this one H, or I'm just gonna call it trail 1, trail 2, trail 3 maybe. Trail 3, there we go. And then let's see, so for trail 1, attachment 1 is gonna be right and then left. For this one it's gonna be front and then back. And then for this one it's gonna be down and then, or up and then down, or it doesn't really matter actually. And then so now it should basically, when I move it around, yeah, you can see it has like a kind of a more interesting kind of shape. And the reason I did 3 trails is so that it's visible from all directions. Facing camera as well. Yeah, so it looks like pretty 3D now. But I need to add some more effects as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to particle, and then we're gonna add some effects on this as well. So statics, or probably beams and trails, and then I'll try and test some of these until something works. Maybe not that. Let's see. One thing I do need to do actually as well is light emission 1. Yeah, something different I think. Maybe something like this. I don't know, maybe something different. Oh, this might be good. This might be good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this actually. So, one more thing I gotta do as well is, I'm gonna also rename them. I forget that it renames, so I'm gonna call it just beam. And then, let's see. So max length is gonna be 30. Min length is gonna be 0. Whoops, this is gonna be 0. And then width scale is gonna be from top to bottom. Perfect. And then lifetime is gonna be 0.5, I think. 0.5. And then on the what was the next thing? Wait, transparency. I think it's reversed, so this one is like this. Yeah, there we go. And basically I'm just gonna have to adjust that until it works. But we got the trail done, so all we gotta do now is the particles. So I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna call this one outer and I'll call the other one inner. And this is gonna be hitbox 1. I'm gonna also change this one to let's see, shape of block, and then brick color, I'm gonna set it to red for now. And then I'm gonna set it to plastic. And then transparency, 0 point. Actually, I can just set it to 1. And then I just gotta weld these together. So if I come over here, actually I can use glue. I just have to make sure not to move things around because I think glues move or get destroyed when you move stuff around. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get a particle in. So on the outer one, I'm gonna go to flipbooks. I'm just gonna look for something that looks about right. So something like this might be kind of cool actually. This will be good. So I'm gonna insert this. Let's see. Do I have any favorited ones? Let's see. I could try inserting some fire as well. No, maybe not the water. Yeah, I mean that should be about good. I think like something like a flash would be cool too. Yeah, so it kind of like leaves a trail of like electricity, but maybe that's not the theme for this weapon though. So maybe I'll just use these for now. So these 3, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set the 1 and then size to 2, and then I'm gonna set the transparency to a property real quick. So between transparency and then the size as well to between. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like this. And then, oh, maybe I should fade it out too. That's not exactly what I'm going for. I think kind of what I have to do. Yeah. A little bit slower. Or actually, let me set this up here and this up here, and hopefully that works. I think for now that should be good, because in the end I'm gonna be throwing everything in the center, so I can duplicate one of these and then move it to the center real quick. I'll call this center, and in the center one I'm gonna throw in all the particles. That way it's all centered. And then for the emissions, or the emission count, where is it? Rate, that's gonna be 2. Oh, I'm actually noticing a little bit of like a square edge. I don't think other people notice that though, so I think hopefully we're fine. Something like that should be good. Yeah, and then what else would I have to do? Actually, no, that's pretty bad. I don't know which one it is though, so I'm gonna. I think it was that one. Yeah, I'll have to do without that one basically. But yeah, so for the size, I'm noticing these aren't actually visible. They're pretty small. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this on a different window actually. Kind of like that. And then it also looks still a little bit weird. That's because it's not randomized rotation. So 0,360, and then rotation speed is gonna be negative 200, 200. And then I need more emissions though. For emission, let's see. Where's the emission count? There we go, 4. I'll do 4 like that. And they're also gonna be locked apart. And transparency is going to be lower too. So instead of going all the way down, it's going to be more like this. And I mean, that looks alright. I think it's rotating too fast though, so I'm going to set it to maybe negative 50-50. That way you can't really tell. And then I'm going to also pull out some from over here. I think which one was it? I think it might be in the hitbox. So yeah, I'm going to copy this real quick. And I'm going to duplicate over here. So in center, actually I'm going to paste it into outer. And you can see it's kind of just like that little kind of glittery look. And I'm going to set the emissions to 30 because it's going to be flying pretty fast through the sky. And I'm going to set the colors for everything basically. So let's see. I'm going to start working on colors. So with the platinum sword, it's kind of like a lighter blue. The thing is like mithril is already this type of color. So I need to go for like a lighter blue type of thing. And then, oh, and the thing is the iron sword is also kind of a lighter blue. So maybe it's going to be the same color as iron, but like a little bit lighter somehow. First thing though I need to do is I need to get the blade color. There we go. So I'm going to copy this real quick. And I can start using it over here. And I can adjust it to get it to work basically. Or maybe I didn't copy it. You're working by this by yourself. Yes, bro. Yes, sir. I'm trying to get this done, you know? And so yeah, one of the benefits to that is that everything I do is free basically. The only thing this cost is my time. And the good thing, Control D. The good thing is that I like doing this, so to me it costs nothing. It costs nothing to make this game. Because if I wasn't doing this, I don't know what I'd be doing instead. But yeah. There we go. Perfect. I think I do want it to be a little bit brighter though, so I think I'll fade it into a lighter color. But yeah, I'm doing this by myself. Also as kind of like a way to like build a kind of, what is it called? Whatever it's called, a what is it called? Yeah, I can't really talk while doing stuff, which is kind of unfortunate. But what was I trying to say? I forgot. Yeah. Mainly to prove myself that I can do it. Let's see. So yeah, I also need to set the colors for these as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and come over here. And then let's go ahead and paste it in like this. And you can see, yeah, oh, that's not the color I'm trying to go for. So I think setting it like a little lighter like this. And that looks pretty alright, but one more thing I have to do is I can probably just like pull over here. So point light, I'm gonna copy this real quick. And then in the center, I'm gonna put the light inside. And then also one more thing I gotta do is the color sequence I have here. Add property. Let's see. Color, and I'm gonna call this platinum color sequence. Save. And then inside the point light, I'm gonna paste it in. Oh, it didn't work. That's honestly extremely impressive, honestly. I love RPGs type of games, so high respects. Thank you, bro. Yo, thank you. No, bro, you're actually so nice. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to make something that I would have liked to play. Like, one of the reasons, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, one of the reasons I wanted to make this game was because, like, when I was, like, a youngling, I don't know. Like, I was looking for a type of game that was kind of like this, and I just couldn't find it, so if I couldn't find it, then maybe I'll just try making it. And so that's kind of what's going on, basically. But yeah, I'm just working on it. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I think that should be... Oh, I forgot to change the color on the trail as well. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here. And then on the platinum color sequence. There we go. So that looks kind of alright, I think. I think one more thing I could do is on the point light, I can make it a little bit brighter. I like that actually. I think this will work. This will work. So basically this thing is gonna spawn and fly out and then it's gonna hit enemies. One thing I am wondering is on this, I think, let's see. Oh, I need to disable that. That way, yeah, it spawns kind of like the little glitter type of things. And I think they should also be moving around. So I'm gonna set the speed to 15 and then spread angle to 360, 360. And then on the drag, I'm gonna set it to 10. There we go. Something like that. I don't know. I think it needs one more thing. It needs one more. So I'm gonna try and maybe use something that I've already... I guess I could use like kind of an electric type of... I didn't really want to, but I think it would kind of help with the type of thing that I'm trying to go for. So I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna paste this in. And then platinum color sequence. Felt that I played a ton of Animalist as a kid, and I would love to try and make a Roblox one, but it's outside my current level. Don't worry, bro. That's literally me like a few years ago, you know. Like it just comes with time, I think. But yeah, like if you keep working hard, one day, bro, one day, anything is possible. I think. Don't take my word for it, because I mean, like, I haven't made it or anything, but we'll see. But let's see. I feel like that didn't do anything. Let's see, electricity. Oh, I forgot to... Maybe I gotta boost it a little bit higher. Something like that. So I think one more thing I gotta do is I gotta set the size to, or drag to 10 and then the speed to 15. Same thing that I was doing earlier. And then with the, and maybe for the electricity I'll set it to 20. Leaving you, bro. Thank you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Alright, bro. Oh, I forgot to unweld everything. Let's see. Unlocked a part. Oh, I need to set the emissions a little bit higher too, I think. So for emissions, let's see. I'll set this to 20, because now there's a bunch of effects. I think that the electricity is probably too much. Yeah, it's too big for sure. So I'm gonna select all the electricity and then maybe the size a little lower. Something like this. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks alright. For now, this should work. And then the walls are still lit. Perfect. So I'm gonna use this. So basically, all I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to set it up so that it kind of moves in an arc towards the position of the mouse. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy it, and then I'm gonna come over here, and then I'm gonna paste it in, and I can start working on it over here, I think. Let's see, and actually for the outer orb for this part, I'm gonna set it to white. There we go. Let's see, the first thing I gotta do is I'm gonna just make a folder for scripts. And then I'm gonna add a script real quick. And then I can't do it through Tween, so I'm gonna probably have to use like a run service, so local rs run service equals game get service run service, and then setup bars, and then functions, and then over here I'm gonna over here I'm gonna do rs.heartbeat connect function And basically what this does is it runs every single frame, so I think that's an argument. Let's see. Yeah, delta time. And basically what delta time is it's however long it's been since the last time the heartbeat ran, so that it can run basically as fast as you want, and then you can like do stuff with that. Let's see. But yeah, with the heartbeat, let's see. I'm also gonna call this a platinum orb script, and then so I'm gonna need the math for this. I don't remember the math, so I'm gonna start looking stuff up. Let's see. So what was it called? Curve, Bezier curve. Bezier curve math. I don't even, this stuff is gonna be weird. I've done this once, but it was through a tutorial, so I don't even remember how to do it. Oh my. Linear. I'm trying to do, I could do this maybe. So time cubed P0, P1, P2, P3. I'm gonna real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. Is this a picture? Wait, why can't I copy this? Crap. It's a picture. This is not text, that's funny. So 4 points, that basically means I think it's like the start, the end, and 2 points that you can kind of curve it with. So I think I'm gonna use this one instead because it's simpler. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy it over. So I'm gonna, man, if this works, I'm gonna be happy. So BZ, Bezier, and what type is it? Quadratic. And then let's see, so we're gonna need P1. Google holding you back. Yeah, bro, it's like that, bro. They don't want me to succeed, bro. No, they don't respect the grind. No, okay, I'm getting a little bit distracted. Let's see, so 0, 1, 2. So 0 is gonna be the start, so 0 or P number P0, and then this is gonna be, I think, a vector 3, P1, vector 3, P2, vector 3, and then so basically what I can do here is, let's see, I need to figure out. So for now, I'm just gonna do a comment, and I'm gonna 1 minus t, or let me double check. Let's see, math.pow 1 minus t, comma 2, and that's kind of that's basically this part, and then I think multiplied by p0 times p0 plus, and so I'm gonna have to probably put parentheses on here on this whole first part, plus 2t, 2 times, I'm gonna do 2 times t times, wow, is that, let me double check that's right. Bro, the AI just knows. The AI knows what I'm trying to do. It always surprises me every time when it like just tells, like, finishes my code. But yeah, like that was the whole thing. Perfect. I don't have to type up the rest. But yeah, I think that's it. I need one more thing though. So with this, is t a value 031 or yes, perfect. So that kind of just tells me exactly kind of how I need to use it. So basically how it works is I'm pretty sure this is how it works. I'm gonna, because I don't fully remember, so I'm gonna have to probably draw it out real quick. So I'm gonna do it on paint.net once it loads up. Yeah, my computer's a little bit laggy. Okay, so I think how it works is you have the start point, you have the end point, and you have another extra point, and basically it curves to that. I don't know if it actually touches it. It might just like be like a I think it does touch it actually. Let me double check that that's how it works. With the code is P0 start and P1 the end position, and P1 or P0, P2 and P1 is the effector. Exactly right. Nice. That's good. That's good. And oh, actually, one more thing. Will the line pass through P1, or is it just to affect the line? It does not pass. Yeah, so it just affects the shape. So yeah, basically what it means is instead of touching this, it's gonna kind of just affect it, and the further this goes over here, the higher this curve goes. So I'm just gonna have to keep that in mind basically. So I'm gonna have to probably make the P1 a little bit further than I need. So one thing I need though, that's good though, that's very good, because I already have the start position and possession and end position. I just need to generate the middle position from the start and the end, which is actually gonna be pretty easy, I think, because I can do it in a different function. So local function, and actually for now, for testing purposes, I'm gonna set up a start position and end position. So local start vector 3 equals perfect. Or oh, that's not the code. Dang it! Sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it gets it wrong. Start equals oh, I'm gonna need a little bit more argument. So model script.parent.parent local orb or outer equals outer, and then I think something like that should work. Outer, inner, yeah. And so with that, I just need to get the start, which would be outer dot position, and then local end equals outer dot position plus vector 3 dot new 100. So basically that's just 100 forwards. And actually there we go. And then I'm gonna need a function to generate the middle. So local function generate random middle, and basically all that's gonna do is it's gonna take the start and the end, and it's gonna add a new position. So start number actually I could do like P0 and P1 because that's what I was doing previously too. So P0 vector 3 comma P1 vector 3 return let's see if that's right. Math.random this. No, I think that's not right. So actually maybe it's easier if I do it like this. So I need to get the middle position first, and then I'm gonna add a random vector to that. So vector start, or how do I want to do this? So middle vector 3, or no, local middle, whoa, vector 3 equals and so how do I get the middle? Actually, I kind of forget this. So I think it's like P0 plus P1, or P0 plus P1, or no, wait, P0 divided by 2 plus, or so P0 plus P1 divided by 2, or I'm gonna have to paint .net this one out too actually. So let's see. So it's I have 0.1 and 0.2, and I'm trying to get this position. So it's gonna be, oh dang it, I've done this before. basically the position of P0 minus P1, or no, P1 minus P0, which is going to get the starting position. And that's going to start us right here. And then I need to add plus P1 minus plus P1 minus P0 divided by 2. Something like, or that plus that minus that, which is going to get us this value. Divided by 2, which would get us this position, plus the start position. Yeah, I think this is it. So this is it. Okay, so I just gotta copy this. How do I do that though? Oh, actually, I can do it from here actually. So P's, and actually I could probably just return this. So return P1 minus P0 plus P1 minus P0 over 2. And then I'm gonna need these later on, but for now I just gotta run it right here basically. Or I'm gonna run it in execution. So generate right in the middle. Or actually, maybe instead what I'll do is oh, and actually one more thing I gotta do, plus vector3.new. Actually, I think that's right, yeah. That's kind of a big scale, so I think I'm gonna add another variable for like a scale. And then I'm gonna replace all the hundreds with scale. That way I can adjust it anytime without having to like replace every single 100. So vector 3, so core middle equals generate random middle, and then we're gonna get P0, which is a start, comma, end, comma, I'm gonna do 50 because we already have it set to 100 right here, and actually that might even be too much, so I'm gonna do 25. But it's a effector actually, so maybe I will do 50. So then we have middle, and now and then over here, and then I need one more variable for maybe like the length. Time number equals 0. Length number equals 5. So it's gonna take 5 seconds for the whole thing to run. So, oh, let's see. I wonder if it'd be a better idea to do it in a while loop actually. Or no, but this is gonna run every time it can, and then this is gonna run every single time it can, and then okay, so the one good thing that's coming out of all this is that I'm gonna have to do this once, and after that I never have to do this again, hopefully. Well, actually I have already done this before, I just don't have the project. Dang it. Oh. Bezier quad time over underscore time. Over length. And then P0, which is going to be underscore start, underscore middle, underscore end. And I'm going to set the position of the hitbox, and I'm also going to set the primary part to hitbox. And everything that moves with the hitbox is going to move everything else, so I just need to pivot the hitbox basically. So actually I need the hitbox reference as well. So over here I'm going to do local hitbox part equals model the hitbox 1. And so hitbox dot position equals this, and then hopefully this works. I'm gonna do a test dot wait 5 seconds. So it's gonna be 5, or I'm gonna do it for 8 seconds, and hopefully this works. Okay, come on, please, please. If this works, I'm gonna be very happy, but if it doesn't, it's expected. So we'll see. Oh. Okay, where's the thing? Where's the thing? Okay. It's gonna apply any time now. Or it's gonna spam a bunch of errors in the chat. Oh no. What is this? Wait, what? Maximum re-entry. This is the same error I got last time actually. I don't know why it's doing this actually. This is kind of weird. On new data when calling anonymous function on line 45. Yeah, this is the same error I got last time when I was using the ability for something else. I wonder if this even ran. I should probably put a print statement real quick. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I know why. I know why. I forgot to add to time. Wow. How did I forget to do that? That's crazy. But basically the reason why it wasn't moving is because with underscore time, I forgot to do time plus equals dt. And I'm also, just to make sure it's working, I'm going to do a print. Yay, just to make sure it's working. So if it starts spamming in the log, then I'll know it works. Whoa. Everything's lagging. There we go. Whoa. I think there's one more thing I forgot. So, one more thing is that was kind of interesting. See, I kind of just teleported, but I think I know why. I thought clamp, and then yeah, kind of like that. And then I'm gonna put this in the sky as well. That way I can watch what it does. And also I'm gonna make it a little bit slower as well. So I'm gonna set this to 100, so it's gonna be super slow. And then, let's see. Hopefully that makes a difference, we'll see. Oh, wait. I mean, it's moving, but like... Oh, crap. What just happened? Server attempted to find index. What's going on with this? Setup region. This is a completely different script though. Attempted to index nil. Index nil. It destroyed itself for some reason though, which is kind of weird. I couldn't tell if it was also working either. So I think what I'm gonna do is instead of running this, I'm gonna make a custom middle. So middle equals vector3 dot new 0 comma, actually wait, yeah, so 0 comma 50 comma 50. Let me try actually 80. And so that way I should be able to 100% see the curve. It was also moving really fast for... This should run like for 100 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and actually test something real quick. It will, but it's not. Okay. No immediate runtime errors. Is not relative to start end. Oh. That, yeah, okay, that's true. Generate random middle math is incorrect. Direction vector not position. Oh, whoops. Middle will never be nil. There's always a vector 3. That doesn't really matter yet. If your intent was... Motion never stops. I mean, yeah, for now that's fine. Length is time, not distance. Oh, duration. I guess that's true. That is kind of what I was wanting it to kind of know though. Let me try 10 seconds, so it's gonna run for 10 seconds. And this... Start, middle, end. Which, this is, yeah, this is fine. Okay, let's see.
And my camera died, so I lost all the footage from the point of view, but it's a good tutorial. Nevertheless, it's a good tutorial regardless. So I'm still gonna upload it, and I'll try to make it up for y'all with something else. But basically, in this video, it's just learn how to make melodies from scratch. I would do this method
Oh, I wasn't...
in order to
Is it working though?
how to sort of piece stuff together by
I
scratch.
think it's working. Oh, it just crashed though. Why did it crash? Attempted to index nil with find first child. Why did it crash? And then it kind of just like destroyed itself. I don't know why it did that too.
If I could relearn how to make melodies from scratch, it would be doing it like this. So So this process involves using royalty
Oh, what's going on?
because you can.
Oh, shoot. Alright. There we go. Okay. We're chilling. But yeah, I think I can also bring it down a little because I kinda... If... I mean... Interesting. Okay, so... It's working? Whoa, 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 why did it just like... What just happened? Something's going on. That is so strange. I'm gonna start printing different variables because that is weird. It gets to halfway point and then it just destroys itself. So I'm gonna do a couple prints. So print time and print position. Actually, I can just print time, that way I know exactly when it glitches out, and then because I think, let's see. This is so interesting. Okay. Alright, we're at 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It glitches out at 3.5. Then just stops. Is there something destroying it? Let's see. What? Why is it destroying itself at... That's so, it must be that region handler, but I don't... Is it messing with the... Huh. It's probably the region handler. I mean, I don't see how it would... Let me try moving it back over here to see if it fixes it. What? It has something to do with the region. This is so interesting. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disable the region handler. So I'm gonna disable this for now and see if it fixes it, because that was what was glitching out earlier. And if this fixes it, then I'm gonna be confused, but it probably has to do with this if that's the case. It did glitch out. It was like at 4.5. See. Wait. Oh, I know why. I know why. Oh. Or no, wait, what? Wait. What? But I think I know something that's going on that might help fix. I need to turn off collisions. I don't know if that would fix it, but 4.3. Huh. Yeah, but I do know I need to remove the collisions on this. So cast shadow false. Can't collide false. Oh no, I know why. I know why. It's because it's falling. It's falling, so I gotta set it to anchored. I just can't tell it's falling. And it's probably like accumulating speed. As it instantly destroys itself once it goes through. Because like at some point they fall through the world and they destroy themselves. I'm like 90% sure that's the reason. I don't see how else it could. I think it's that. So yeah, I just gotta set to anchored and can't collide false and it should fix it. I don't know why I was glitching with the region handler earlier though. That was kind of weird. Oh no, it's because it's destroying itself because it's falling through the world. That's so weird. Man, it's just things like this where it's like, oh, well, I gotta fix that later, but it shouldn't destroy itself anymore. Yes, it's working. So I fixed the glitch. I fixed the error. That's good. That's very good. Now I just gotta make it so that these follow this as well. I don't know why they aren't moving around together. But yeah, I got it to work. I think I got it to work. So, wow, I would have never guessed though. Or, well, I guess I did guess, but like, I would have never. No, I just did. Okay, it's very strange that that happened though. Nice job, thank you, bro. Yeah, I don't know how that, bro. It's just because like with that, you can't tell that it's not doing that because I'm setting its position here, but it is technically going downwards at super fast speeds. But I'm just resetting its position up here, so it's probably lagging a lot too. I didn't realize that. But yeah, basically all I gotta do now is I gotta set all these to follow this, which I have these glues, so I'm wondering why it's not moving. Let's see. If parts are glued to the hitbox, will they move together? World constraint. I wonder why these aren't working. Let's see. So that means I can probably enable this again as well. There we go. Being in the same model. Being glued. Wells are ignored if it's anchored. Oh, the reason why it's not working is because I have everything else anchored. But since they're already glued, they shouldn't be anchored. So the only one that should be anchored is hitbox, and these should be unglued or unanchored. There we go. And this should work. Come on, please. And then once this works, then I can connect it to my damage stuff so I can damage stuff. And then maybe I'll add a thing where it explodes when it hits something. And then other than that, let's see. Okay, let's just get it to work first. Yes, okay, everything's moving together. It's pretty slow because I've set it up to be pretty slow. But overall, I think it's working. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I just need to connect it to a damage script. And then I need to connect it to the weapon's ability system. And then I need to connect it to a few other things. But I think with that, it should be finished about. So let's go ahead and set the duration to 3 seconds, something shorter. And I'm gonna set the middle to 40. And I'm gonna change the middle scale by how far it is later on manually, but I'll do that manually later, I think. Let's see. What else do I have to do here? So I mean that's working. I'm gonna start writing in the to-do list so I don't forget. I keep forgetting what I was doing. So connect to damage script. Connect to ability script. Explosion on enemy impact slash end and explosion knockback and damage script. And actually that would be I'll do damage and damage script plus knockback. And then what else do I have to do here? Oh, randomized end position. That way it's not fully accurate. The further it is, the less accurate it's gonna be. That way you can't just like spam like precision shots on enemies from like 5 miles away. That's also the reason why you would want to shoot out multiple. So if you shoot out 4, you have a higher chance of hitting that enemy. So yeah, randomized end position, that's going to be important, but that's for like at the very end. I think that's everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the connected damage script. Actually no, I think we gotta do these first. So I'm gonna do these first, and then, or actually I need to do damage script first, and then I'm gonna do the explosion. Or actually no, it wouldn't do damage, it would connect to damage script. Impact callback potion. So basically how it's gonna work is if it hits an enemy, instead of doing damage, it's gonna spawn an explosion, and the explosion is gonna do the damage to the enemies. So I'm gonna probably do it like that. So first thing I gotta do is I gotta make a explosion. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it over here, I think. So how do I want to do the explosion? So I'm gonna, first off, I'm gonna make the explosion maybe like 8 by 8 or maybe a little bit bigger. I'll try 12 by 12. Whoa. Something like this. So this is gonna be the size of the explosion of the little orb. And I'm gonna control G, and then I'm gonna call it explosion platinum orb explosion. And then on over here, transparency is going to be equal to 1. Or actually, I'll set it to 0.7 for testing, so I can still see it, and then cast shadow falls. So this is going to be a hitbox 1, and then I'm going to add some particle effects to it, so particle emitter. And so I just need to make a cool looking explosion, so I could probably copy a lot of this. And then maybe some of those as well. And then maybe, I don't know about those. Yeah, so this is going to be like the explosion effect, I think. Of course the colors are going to be like this. Nice. And then they're going to have a speed as well, so acceleration. Oh, and actually I'm going to add a attachment. And that should be already centered. Yeah, perfect. And basically how it's going to work is going to be like a speed 20 or 20,40. So they're going to be going pretty fast. And then I think they already have drag, yeah. And actually instead of doing it like this, let's see. I'm probably going to pull this out and then rate, I'm going to set it back to 0, and then on here I'm going to set delay to 2, emit 30. There we go, that way I can kind of test how the explosion is going to look. I think it's missing a little bit though, so I think it kind of needs like a ring that's going to go out a little bit. So how I'm going to do that is, or like maybe wind would work. So I'm going to go to statics. And actually I could do something like this too. So I'm going to insert this. And then I need some rings. Oh, actually I could use like stuff like this. I don't know if I want to use that one though. Oh, something like this would be interesting. I'll try this and then I don't know, maybe I want to use probably statics too because I think they're higher quality usually. Only one explosion, dang. Burst. Or maybe like a ring. Something like this might be interesting. So yeah, I'll insert that and then that should be good for now. And then I'm gonna set these names to new as well. That way I know which ones are the new ones that I added. So I'm just gonna set those to that. And then size to basically constantly go up. Maybe it should start a little higher too. Actually, I'm gonna add a new attachment so that way I can just work with these in a different one. And then I think, which one's the star? Not that one. That one. So I'm gonna set this one to star because I'm gonna do a little bit different stuff with that one. I'm probably gonna copy. Let's see. I'm gonna copy this real quick over here to over here. Then I'm gonna copy the texture from this, Control C, and I'm gonna paste it over here. And I'm gonna delete this one. And I'm gonna set the size higher. Yeah, something like that. That looks kind of cool. I think the transparency is kind of messing it up though. Yeah, there we go. Something like that would be kind of interesting. I think it'd also be kind of cool to have that while it's flying too, so maybe I'll add that as well. But for now I gotta keep working on these like kind of explosion parts. So I think it kind of like curves up super fast and it fades down. Let's see. Or maybe it doesn't fade down. I'll just remove those. The transparency. I think I gotta set the size higher too. Dang. And then set the color to platinum color. Alright. Emit to 20, delay 2, emit. What? I think I gotta set the emission rate to 0. Duration, maybe like 1. And then one more thing, with the new ones, I gotta set the rotation too, so rotation 0,360. Rotation speed negative 70. And then let's try doing that again. I don't know if I like those rings. Oh, you know what? I think I know why. So, the size? Yeah, I need to add some like randomness to this. It also just kind of looks weird, so I think I gotta make it smaller. I mean, maybe it starts like this and then it fades like this. I don't know. This one I'm gonna have to do the same thing though. Whoops. I don't know if it did anything. Not exactly what I'm going for. Yeah, I don't know if I like those. I'll remove this one, I think. Maybe it's the lifetime actually. I think it might be the lifetime. Let me try setting the lifetime for everything to super low. Like 0.3. I mean, that's a little bit better. I don't know. I think, yeah, I gotta set their size together. So it's gonna be like this. That should work. That should work. This thing isn't really doing much though, so I'm gonna duplicate it into probably over here actually. Oh, and then emission rate is gonna be 30. Yeah, I wanna see how this looks. It's also gonna be a lot faster too because I set the speed a little bit higher. So this is gonna be like kind of like how it's gonna look, and then at the end it's gonna explode. Let's see. I mean, with the stars, I think I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. And I think the orb has to be a little bit faster too. So yeah, orb has to be faster, and then so duration 1.5. And then with the star emitter, which should be this one, I think. I'm gonna set the rate to 40, speed to 30. Basically it's gonna be flying around, maybe even 50. And then drag to 15. Okay, and then let's see how this looks. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit laggy, but I think that's what I was going for. Holy shamoly. And I mean, with this, I think the black lightning, I can remove those, because that might be a little bit distracting. So whichever one is the black lightning, I'm gonna remove that real quick. Let's see, which one could it be? Probably this one, Dark Lightning. Yeah, it was that one. Nice. So yeah, that way it's a little bit cleaner. And I think I'm ready to start copying this over too. This one at least. Yeah, I mean, it's not my best work, but I mean, it works. I'm gonna copy this, Control C, and then basically I'm just gonna paste it over here. Oh, my thing's lagging a bunch. It does this sometimes. I think I gotta... Usually when I play the game, it like fixes the glitch, the lag. Okay, and then if I exit the game, it should stop all the lag. Hopefully. There we go, no more lag. Okay. But yeah, I do need to set up the whole thing for this, so I'm gonna folder scripts and then script, and then I'm gonna call this platinum orb explosion. And then I'll just have to remember that's the script for that. Let's see, so imports local rep, or actually something like this, and then sss dot local webpath equals that, and then I'm gonna tab everything over as well. And then webpath dot, oh, maybe it's in replicated storage actually, so oh, that's interesting. Oh, I spelled webpath wrong. Whoops. So it's probably an SSS actually then. There we go, and then there we go. Enable attack. Self model. Oh, actually one thing I do need to do. Value. Object value, and this is gonna be character. I'm gonna need a folder. Values. Character. And then self model. For now, I can just do game dot but there's no local characters, so I gotta do game dot players dot Slayer dot character, and then actually, I gotta do a thing where I wait for the load. Oh. So before I do all this, I need a folder for events. I'm gonna set up a bindable event for setup, and then clean up. Let me double check that's right. I think that's how I do it. Let's double check. Events, cleanup. Cleanup setup, nice, okay. And for the values I need setup value, yeah. And then I actually need local model. And then let's see. And then character, or actually, yeah, so, oof. Um, there we go. Actually, I probably don't, or I'll leave this for now. But let's see. Hitbox. This is gonna be the callback. Callback, self model, other model, other model. Okay. Actually, I'll call this hit. So self model, other model, other part, and then we can do damage. And do knockback enemy, and then I need one more thing for value, so for local setup value, actually, one thing I gotta do here, let me see what's inside here. For on weapon script. Okay. I don't think I actually need that. Let's see. I do need right over here local, and actually over here should throw this up here, then this, and then this, and then this is gonna be set up val value equals model values dot setup val, or model dot value dot setup. Yeah, there we go. Setup val dot value equals true, and I'm gonna actually do this down here, and I'm gonna connect these real quick as well. So setup and cleanup is gonna be cleanup. And inside of here, print destroying self, print setting up, remove prints, check for character connections / character All right. So I'm gonna have to connect local server script servers. There we go, and then local webpack equals that, and then I'm gonna also have to do all the setup stuff on this as well. Now that I think about it. Okay. There's no worries though. So folder, events, duplicate, and then values. And then a character or object. Character. And this is gonna be setup, remove or clean up. And I need a reference to those. Let's see, so, I should probably make a tool for generating all this stuff. Maybe later though, maybe later. Once I get done with this, I'll probably make a tool for this. Because I've done the same thing a lot of times actually. So, but yeah, model, hitbox, outer, inner. Let's see. Duration. What was I gonna do? That's right. Connect. Oh, damage script. That's right. Okay, so I got weapon functions right here. So basically on setup. So I need to throw all this inside of setup. So I'm gonna need a reference to those. So that's what I was doing. That's right. Okay, so over here, basically I'm gonna do local setup event findable event equal. Actually, I can probably just copy all this. Yeah, there we go. And then setup event, I'm gonna do the run service connect. So the event connect function. And actually, I'm gonna do a function for this. So local function setup args boom 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 boom. Whoa, what just happened? Control C, Control V, remove. There we go. Setup cleanup event dot event connect cleanup, and then local function cleanup. Let's see. Is that everything? I mean, I do need to call setup, so setup. Oh, and actually, one of the things I gotta do is start position and position. So args dot start, args dot end, start args dot destination. Or I'll do underscore start underscore end. And then basically I'm just gonna have to pass it when I do sub.fire. I'm not gonna pass middle though, because middle is gonna get generated by itself. Let's see what else I have to do here. So that's gonna do that. And then I'm gonna I'll set up cleanup event later. I do need a function for local function explode. And then basically I'm just gonna spawn the explosion effect. So I'm gonna actually need to pull or actually and then dot and places it into workspace. I'm gonna probably use this. And then it's gonna be called Platinum Orb Explosion. Perfect. Wow, we already knew. And then args, which is gonna be args. So I'm gonna pass args over here. And then over here, webf dot. Actually, before I do any of that, I need to pass character as well. Equals game.player.c4 zombie.character. So we got character. So we're gonna set the character value. So dot value equals args dot character. Oh yeah. Setup val equals. Did I do that on this one? The value equals true. Nice, I did. And then I can set up the other things. So weapon functions dot object enable attack. And then yeah. And for this is gonna be 1 because it can only hit one enemy. And basically when it hits something, it's gonna spawn an explosion. And it's already gonna be parented at the same position, meaning I don't have to do anything for that. Nice. And it's gonna pass the arguments, and then Let's see. What else do I have to do? Oh, never mind. There we go. And then I can remove this too. So I'm not testing this anymore. And then I don't need to do that anymore either. I'm for the dot weight here. Okay, clean up, let's see. Oh yeah, that was a to-do. But I mean, other than that, let's see. Hmm. Is that everything? I mean... It should explode. And then after it explodes, of course... Or actually at the end, when time equals... Then... clean up. And then... Oh, I guess I need to put clean up above. Actually... I'm gonna clean it and then... Just to make sure it doesn't spam, I'm gonna exit out of this heartbeat as well. Actually no, if I do this and then... Running equals false. True, and then... And then also, I'm gonna have to... Heartbeat connection. RBX grip signal connection. HB connection equals this, and then over here, HB connection disconnect. So basically it's gonna destroy this whole entire connection when it cleans up, and it's not gonna run it ever again because of this, so it's gonna stop it from running any other times. So it's only gonna run clean up once, and it's gonna clean it up. It's gonna destroy the events and connections, and then I'll have it destroy other stuff as well later. Or actually, since I'm doing an explosion, I'm spawning the explosion ability. I could probably have it do a task.weight 0.2 and then model destroy. Something like that actually might work. But because I don't really need to tween anything away because it already spawns a giant explosion that's gonna cover up its destruction. Let's test this. Let's see. Oh, actually, no. I need to do one more thing because I should have set it up so that not only does it clean up, but it should explode at the end. And I'll have like a variable to set up like if it has not exploded already, explode itself. So yeah, here as well. with the explode, it should clean up itself as well. And actually, one more thing I'm gonna do, because I think this runs instantly, I'm gonna set it up so running equals false. That way I can use it up here as well. And then that's everything. Yeah, I mean, oh, that's right. I need to spawn it up here as well, so load. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Hopefully this works. Oh no, what is this? Got fired. Whoops, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, yeah. Dang. No ability model. Oh, that's right, because I gotta move everything, so... Let's see... I still got this, so I think I might have done it twice. Oh yeah. And then, no ability model. That basically means I just gotta move this over here to over here. And let's see how this looks. And I don't think it's gonna do everything correctly because I gotta set it up so that it emits its particles when it explodes too. Partition ports is not a valid member folder. I might have passed the wrong thing. But I think that was an error with the... I don't know why. Yeah, that was with the explosion script, so that's good. That's a good thing. Because that means that we're getting to here, we're getting to this, and we're running on here. But the problem is... Oh, script parent. Yeah, what the heck is this? Bro, AI code, bro. That's what it does sometimes, man. But this should fix that. And then, oh, I gotta have it set up so that it emits all of its particles too. So I'm gonna import particle F. And then we'll do stuff from there. Perfect. And setting up, exploding. And yeah, it didn't do the explosion because the particle effects, I need to have them emit and everything. But technically it is working though. So yeah, I think right here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna import particle functions, so that'd be local particle functions, and I think like let's see. Oh, it's probably there we go. And then model, comma, and then let me go to, let's see, and actually I can probably transfer all these and then rename them all to explosion, amount 20. And then I can probably remove this. It can attack 30 enemies, or actually maybe 20 enemies. And then basically it's just gonna enable itself and then destroy itself for task.weight 0.1 and then clean up. Or dot fire, destroying self, and then model destroy. And then over here, let me make sure this is all working too. Come on, please. Please work. What? I think it's destroying itself too fast. So what I have to do, I think, is or something. That was, wow, it didn't do it. Yeah, I think, oh, it's probably because of this. So basically what I gotta do is and then a task.weight 0.3 and then maybe 0.4 or 3 actually, yeah. And then webf dot actually local attack AV equals this, and then webf dot this able attack AV, and then task.weight 3 and then destroy itself. Come on, please, please. Please, speed, I need this. Come on. Give it to me. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. No! Where is the explosion? Where's the explosion at? Oh, you know what? It's probably because it's not anchored. It's always because of that, man. Always because of that. I didn't even realize. It's probably falling through the world. I think. Something like that. Something like that. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that real quick. So anchored. Can collide false, anchored true. Yeah, it was falling through the world. Of course, as usual. That's always the problem. Things just fall through the world. Wait, but it had can collide on, so maybe not. And I also think I had it visible, so I don't I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I gotta like set its positioning and everything. Let's see. Ah, dang it. Alright, let's see. It's probably just in the wrong position, maybe. So I'm gonna give it like 10 seconds so that I can see where it is. And then after that I'll be able to tell what's going wrong. So I'll set the task.wait to like 15 seconds, that way I can like kind of see where it is before it destroys itself. Maybe it's because the particles are not enabled, but I'll still be able to see the model itself, I think. So let's see. Boom, explosion. Where is this? Why is it over here? And why is it, okay. So it's in the wrong position. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Because when I'm spawning the object, let's see how I set it up. So yeah, I set it up so that the position, did I ever set its position? Yeah, I think I set it up here. No, I don't. Oh, so it's just not getting its position set. So kind of what that means is maybe I'll set up a thing in here. Or actually no, actually how I should do it probably is local ability equals this. Ability dot position pivot 2, and then something like this. And let me set it to visible as well, that way I can make sure it's working. So let me set the transparency on this to 0.7. And hopefully this works. What's up? What's next after this? Domain, place insignia, increases the weapon's range while inside of it. I don't think that should be super hard. Compared to this one, it shouldn't be as hard. Okay, let's see. Wait, did it already spawn? Oh, I wasn't watching. Whoops. Okay, the particles aren't exploding. Oh, what's this? I wonder if they're enabled. Let me make sure that they're enabled. Why do I keep getting this error? I wonder if other people are getting this too, because I've never seen this error up until now. So let me copy this and see if other people are getting this too. Caused by recursion. Value got changed to connect. I'll have to fix this later. Okay, but that's good to know. Oh man, my thing is lagging again, dang it. But yeah, I'm gonna check if these are all enabled. Oh, they're not enabled. Okay, let me do that. They're all set to rate 0, so they should work. Alright. Didn't enable. It didn't fire. What? So I mean, the particles are there though. It's just not emitting. Let me double check all the names are correct. So I think I named them all Explosion. Maybe am I like emitting for fire or something? No, Explosion. Particle F dot emit. Okay, it worked that time. It's just too laggy because the whole world is loading for me to tell if it's working. Let's see. But yeah, that error that I was getting, it must be from some... Where's that error coming from? I'll have to figure out later. Either way, I guess I just have to put a weight on this. I feel like maybe just test out weight and then this, and then this, and then this. Let me put it on test.weight 15, that way I can like fully load the world and I can see what it looks like when it's like not lagging. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Oh, it's just the world's laggy. Yeah, it's just because the whole world has to load in and everything. It's just super laggy. Dang, so I mean technically it's working though. So I mean, since it's working, I think I can just start working on like implementing it into the actual ability. And then one more to-do I have to do is tween color, tween blade color. So I can probably move this into abilities, storage, platinum orb. And so we got all that done. Or actually, one thing I do have to do though. Instead of here, instead of running it through here, I'm gonna comment this out. Except for this one, actually, I do need this one. And then, where is it? Let's see. Instead of here, I'm gonna spawn it, so... Oh, not here. Wait, where's the ability? Platinum sword tier 2. Did I put on tier 3? Huh. It disappeared. Alright, I might have undone it or something. That's strange. Yeah, it completely removed itself, so I'll just have to regenerate it. There we go. And then inside of here, spawn ability, platinum orb, comma, start equals get pivot dot position and equals mouse position Okay. I think that should be everything for the ability. Okay, let's see. There we go. That was funny. Let me try again. Oh, so it's curving to over there because wait, why is there's like a secondary. What is this? I mean, whoa, why is there like a secondary? I think I know why actually. Let's see. So when I spawn it, set up. Basically I think I have to pivot everything, so so it pivots to start, but I need to set this as a C-frame, so C-frame.new, and then I can do that. And then, let's see. I did notice it was like going in that weird direction. And it's probably because I'm not generating a new middle. I'm using like a default middle. Which is weird because it's also... I should be... Yeah, I should probably generate a middle there. So I actually don't need any of this. And I don't need this either. And middle is going to be a generated value, which is going to be right here. So local equals I think that's it. Let's see. Alright. So now press 4. Oh. So it is working though. It just went underground. So maybe I'll have a system where it doesn't go down. Yeah, something like that. Oh crap. My screen was kind of rotated, but let's see. Yes. I mean, it's working though. Yeah, sometimes it goes underground, which is kind of weird. But like, if I were to shoot it this way... Holy crap. Yo, this is insane. One thing I want to do... Oh, no way. It's working. It's working. It's just not exactly perfect. But that's alright. I can do that later. But it is working. I just need to set it up though. But yeah, one thing I wanted to do, remove the cooldown, so I can just spam it. I just want to be able to spam it. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna boom boom boom. Oh my gosh. Oh, the hitbox are like boom. This is so cool, holy crap. I never made something this good. Oh crap. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so of course I gotta adjust its speed depending on how far it is. And also I'm gonna have it set up so that like it's gonna have like a base amount of like length that it can go, like a max distance. How we can't just like shoot it and like have it go like 50 million miles away. But I mean, die! Wait, I wanna kill enemies with, or actually it doesn't do damage right now. It doesn't do damage. Kill SpongeBob. Yeah, I don't think it does damage right now, but... And also I need to make it curveless when it's right by the player. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness it's working. Oh my gosh. All that work to get this working, and here it is. Working. Oh my gosh. This might actually be the best thing I've ever made. Alright, I gotta stop. Okay. Let's see. It's time to fix some of the stuff and then... Oh, actually, oh shoot, no, I gotta go to sleep. So, I'm probably gonna end it here actually. Instead. Let me put some to-dos though before I forget. So, we got this to work. We got this to work. Image script. Deal damage. I already did this. Randomize end position. Set up orb airtime. Set up orb arc mount for dist. Set up orb max dist traveled. And then I think that's about everything. And this is easy. I can do this all in like half a day. But I'm not gonna do it today though. So yeah, that's everything. I think I did a lot of stuff today. That was pretty good, successful. But I think I'm gonna start closing things up. Closing shop up. I'm gonna save this though. What the? Oh. Okay. It's not done yet, but it's close. Nice. Well, with that, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys, or make sure to leave a comment as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye bye.